Friday, April 1st. But we ain't fooling around, baby. We got it going. These are our tomato plants. We started these plastic containers worth. We started them on March 7th. And as you can see, they're starting to leaf out pretty nicely. I'm going to cull out a few of these secondary plants, which you could repot them pretty easily. It wouldn't disturb the roots too much. But I'm going to add a little soil to them today, and not much soil, because if you add too much, especially if it has any compost in it, the plants could have susceptibility of mold building up around them if there's a lot of compost in it. But we're just going to use some soil out of the garden that we've turned over and add just minimal amounts to these peat pots in order to give them a little value as maybe it's the mineral content of the soil, what little there may be. And another thing I've learned is you can pack the soil around the plants lightly, and that keeps them upright. Sometimes this potting mix is a little soft, and if you put a little bit of clay soil around it like we have here, you can just sprinkle that. And you don't want to get too crazy, because the chunks can knock your plant over. But you just want to add a little bit at a time. Just add a little bit here and there. And you can go back around and straighten it up. See, I dumped that pretty heavy. You want to just make sure you don't crush them, but go around them a little bit with that light soil. You can kind of back it down a little bit around them. And that's going to be the same soil these babies will be transplanted in a few weeks. So I like to just add little bits at a time, and when I do my plants, usually you'll have a little gap. So that gives you room to build up a little soil around them. But that's kind of what we end up with for now. I've put a little soil lightly around these jewels, and we're going to go through them. That's our Bonnie Best. That's indeterminate plant. They say they're pretty early, high yielding, not real finicky from what I hear, so we're going to try them. These are Brandywine. Those are a pink Brandywine, and I grew them last year and they did real good. But they're a slow growing plant. And you can see that some of these aren't even, they're not even 4 inches tall, and they were planted on March 7th. So they're kind of slow to the game. That's Paul Robeson, and those are some heirloom tomatoes, a dark tomato. These, I believe, are Mountain Princess. They're a determinate, and we put them in on March 18th. They're coming along nicely. They're a early season bloomer, they say. And these are Black from Tula. I think we put them in on the 10th. Water in the bottom, and they'll soak up. But make sure they get plenty of sun. Tomato plants love sun. Don't put them out if it's a heavy wind. We had some 40-50 mile an hour gusts the other day, and needless to say, these jewels are inside. They can't handle a whole lot right now. They're still very fragile, and they're time consuming, but so rewarding. We don't have a big greenhouse, but it really doesn't matter. We've got plenty of good, nice looking tomato seedlings, and just they're mobile. That's the only thing. But with one good thing, you can put them outdoors, inside. We store them in the bathtub sometimes. Just put them in a safe spot. And you treat them good and they'll treat you good. Hope y'all are having a good day. And we'll talk to you soon. Peace.